recap.
There you go. Yeah, you're right. Appreciate it. What up? What up? What up? This is the Crow&Oso show, and we're gonna come in with week 2. But first, before we do anything else, we're gonna give you a quick recap on the games that we saw last week. I mean, they were kind of all over the place. Some things that we already predicted, and some things that was kind of surprising.
Absolutely.
But speak on it when you hear it, if you feel it. First Thursday night game, the first game of the season. Baltimore Ravens versus Kansas City. Kansas City wins 27 to Baltimore's 20.
The first game of the year could qualify as probably one of the best games of the year already.
Man.
Some expect this to be a potential AFC Championship rematch. If Isaiah Likely's foot was one size smaller, it would have tied the ball game. I thought Lamar played great. I thought Mahomes didn't play that great, actually. Baltimore did a good job of containing Travis Kelce. But I mean, these are going to be two of the top 5 teams in the league. I mean, as much as I don't like Lamar Jackson, I like Lamar Jackson. I just don't think he's like a true quarterback. But that's another conversation for later. But they should be a top 5 team for sure. They have a great defense on that side too. So
I mean, to this point, I don't think that Lamar is a traditional quarterback, but I think that he can get things done. Like if you give him some weapons, I think he can do some things. So what I will say about this game is I had the Ravens going to the Super Bowl, and I wasn't too confident after watching this game, but I will say that there's a lot of potential there. Yeah. So I was really disappointed in Henry. His production. But I get it's a new team, so I'm going to give him grace with that. I'm going to give him a couple of, but Kansas City isn't like a top tier defense either. So to me, that was like, oh, you should at least get, something with this.
Yeah.
But I will say that I'm sure that personally, I would have given him the ball a little bit more. That's just me. Likely is who I thought he was. Likely has been a beast ever since he's got in the league to me.
I think he's a better target than Mark Andrews.
I think so, especially at this point in his career. I think they could have utilized both tight ends better, but they ain't our team, so I ain't going to go into it. What's his name? The guy, Rodney Harrison, had to eat a couple of slices of humble pie when he was talking trash about Worthy not being able to do much, and he had, 2 touchdowns that game?
Yeah, I mean, but to his defense, Worthy was really known for his speed. He wasn't really known as being a big-time wide receiver. But, I mean, once you could put anybody with Coach Andy Reid. I'm going to keep saying that over and over again. Coach Andy Reid is a mastermind of the game.
I'm going to disagree with you.
You don't think so?
Nah, because I know you're the Eagles. I had an argument with my boy. He's a 49er fan, and you're an Eagle fan, right? I think he's overrated.
You think Coach Reid is overrated?
Overrated. Oh, you know why? And this is my thing. This is what he said.
Jesus.
I think so because what did he do for you guys as the Eagles?
Look, we didn't get over the hump, but we were top 2 seed in the NFC for a decade.
Why?
Straight.
Why?
Because of Coach Reid.
No, because of your defense.
We had a good blitzing defense, but our defense wasn't all stop. It wasn't. Look, that's coming from an Eagles fan. It's coming from
Jeremiah Trotter and Dawkins.
Jeremiah Trotter, Michael Lewis,
Cox,
Lito Shepard, all of them. They were all great individual defensive players, but we never had a full put together defense. I still stand by that. Jim Johnson, our last great defensive coordinator. That's the last one we had.
Here's the thing. I'll say it like this. In those years that he was there, y'all didn't start being a top 10 offense scoring in terms of touchdowns until 2007. He got there in 99.
Wait, to 2007?
You can look it up if you call me wrong.
We went to the Super Bowl in 2004.
I said, this is what I said. I said, offensively scoring touchdowns, you were not top 10 in the league, numbers-wise. As a matter of fact.
You looked that up?
I looked it up. And you can look it up, too. Matter of fact, you were bottom 5. Really? A lot of those years. I'm sorry. I think it was 08? Maybe it's 08 and then 09. And then he left, when was it? When did he leave?
2012.
12, right. So 08 is when he started being in the top 10. And there's 32 teams. So, like, you were 28, 27, 25, a lot of those years. That's why I say he's overrated. You never had a run game. Never. You had 3 running backs, but never got a run game. You didn't have a great line. Because McNabb was running for his life. You finally gave him a receiver. And then y'all went to the Super Bowl. Is it the first year?
The first year too.
First year, you finally give McNabb a receiver he can throw to. Mm-hmm. You went to the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Now that's what I'm saying. Like I said, I think Pat is making him, not him making Pat, because we didn't even expect the Kansas City Chiefs to even make the Super Bowl, much less win it. I didn't expect. They didn't have a receiver. Rice was okay. He was a rookie. You know, everybody else, Tony wasn't doing nothing. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, well, you know, they had a good run.
Yeah.
And then they won. And I was like, bruh, like, you can't draw up some of the stuff that Pat is doing. Like, I can't give Curry's credit. I can't give Reed. Now, did he win? He didn't win before them, did he?
No.
Because y'all won with
he won a Super Bowl as
Peterson?
With Coach Peterson. But I believe Andy Reid was either an offensive coordinator or a quarterback's coach with the Green Bay Packers.
He was
when they won.
But it was 1 year. Like, you already established, and Brett Favre was already in the league by then.
Yeah.
So it's like good in there with Aaron Rodgers. You're like, you didn't make Aaron Rodgers. Your name ain't Rodgers, Mr. Rodgers. Yeah. You just got there.
No, I feel that.
But my bad. So we got to a tangent. We're gonna go right back to it. So the next game was Green Bay against Philadelphia. You want to go? You want to save it, or you want to?
No, we can go.
All right, go ahead. You know what? Let me go first.
Yeah,
because I know you got
a
a lot more to say. Yeah. I think Green Bay ended up losing to the Philadelphia Eagles in Brazil. Philly won 34-29. I think that this was a really good game, but it was hard to really gauge simply because the field conditions were ass-tastic. And I think that had it been on another, I'm not saying the results would have been different, but I think you would have been able to like gauge the defense and the offense a lot better. I think Jalen showed a lot of what my concerns were personally. I think Keelan Moore did decently. Like I said, it's hard to gauge. The biggest surprise, not surprise, it's not really even the biggest. The best thing about the game to me was Barkley. Not as a Cowboy fan, but just as a football fan, seeing how explosive he was. I think that he was phenomenal. I think Green Bay looked good, but I think I overestimated how good they were going to be. Their receivers didn't look as great as I thought they would have looked. Jacobs didn't look as great as I thought he was going to look. But on paper, the Philadelphia Eagles looked like a top team.
Yeah. No, for sure. Just like I said on last week's episode, I'm a ride or die fan. I'm going to support you until I can't support you anymore. Hurts, you got to fix that shit, bro. Like those 2 picks, it could have been 4 picks to be honest, but they were all absolutely and utterly atrocious throws. Like you can't do that, bro. Like you can't end the way that you ended last season and then come back week 1 doing the same thing. Like. You have too much talent. I mean, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert.
Oh yeah,
John Dawson didn't even touch the ball. Saquon Barkley, like there's no reason. And
I thought you meant him as a person.
I will say this, right? I will say this: scoring 34 points and still having 3 turnovers is a lot to say about an offense, right? So I'm excited about that. I do like that, just like we had touched on last week. Hurts is poised as a leader. Yeah. The way he is absolutely able to stay calm. That game could have gotten really ugly really fast. Mm-hmm. And I know the Packers put up 29 points, but I'm telling you, I saw something in the Eagles defense that I haven't seen in years. The first 2 drives we had a pick in our own territory, and then on the second drive, there was a fumble on the 12 or 13 yard line, and we held the Packers to only 6 points. That was huge. I've never seen that. I have never seen that. There was a couple plays where Jordan Love had days to throw the football, and our secondary actually was able to somehow hold up. I haven't seen that in a long time. So I mean, I would say aside from 2 broken plays, which was the both to Jaden Reed. The defense didn't look as bad as it's looked in past years. Of course, there's a lot of work to do. I'm not saying that we're like a top defense by any means, but I just saw spurts of possible, potential in that defense that I haven't seen in a really long time. What else? Linebacker play impressed me a lot. Zach Bond, Dean, absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
I just found out, I don't know why I've been under a rock or something, but apparently Nakobe Dean beat Devin White for the starting.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Nakobe Dean beat, yeah.
But I knew he was a beast out of Georgia.
Vic Fangio was asked this week, and apparently Dean beat out White this I guess preseason / training camp. So
wow.
So Devin White is a backup to Dean. Yeah.
Really?
I meant to tell you that. Yeah. So
I had no idea.
And we were still playing without Isaiah Rodgers, our starting outside corner, number 2 behind, of course, Slay. Quinyon Mitchell, he's gonna be a dog. Like I was hoping to get what's his name from the Lions.
Yeah, Arnold.
Yeah, I was hoping to get.
But you went for Cooper before Arnold, right?
No, Terrion Arnold was the pick right after Quinyon. We had
2 picks in the first,
yeah,
right?
we had the 18th. No, we had one.
Oh,
we had the 18th, and it was Quinyon went at 18, and Terrion Arnold went at like 19
you
or
picked
20.
Cooper before.
We picked Cooper in like the third round. Yeah. He was like a later round
before
pick.
Kool-Aid. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, my fault.
So yeah, I was hoping for Terrion Arnold, but I mean Quinyon Mitchell to me, like he was breaking up passes. He was really talking trash. Like I like players that like have like that, like just like that, like grit in them. You know what I mean? But defensively, of course, I saw spurts. I'm not saying it wasn't a complete game, but I think there's a lot of room for like improvement there that we will have under the guidance of Big Fangio.
I'm so shocked that you think your defense wasn't like. Do you think your defense wasn't top tier these past couple of years?
So again, the year that we went to the Super Bowl, defensive line was stout, but our secondary was still getting torched.
I agree. No, I think that was the weak part, but I can't say that you guys didn't have a good defense. That was a weaker part of your defense, but I can't say you had a weak defense.
What I'm saying about a good defense, I'm talking about like the San Franciscos of the world, the Seattle, like the Legion of Boom, like the Cowboys.
Oh, so you're talking legendary stuff.
I'm talking about like I've never, as like an Eagles fan, I've never experienced those kind of defenses where there's no holes, bro. Never.
What about when y'all went to this? Like those years y'all went to the NFC Championship time and time again.
We lost because of our defense.
Y'all lost because of your offense. You didn't have no offense.
I mean, I don't know.
You have no offense.
To each their own, but I mean, and I feel like now, like in hindsight, the conference championship that we lost against the Panthers, you're right. We only lost like 14-3, so you're right. You're right. We for a defense to only give up a total of 2 touchdowns and your offense only provides 3 points, that's a problem. You're right.
Yeah, 3 points in 4 quarters. That's crazy to me. With McNabb and all these other, that's what I'm saying about like. That's a whole nother topic.
No, you're right. And like, when I think back to it, like in hindsight, he's. I mean, I really didn't see it like that. But anyway, I feel like I said, under Vic Fangio, he's been a well-respected coach on that side of the ball. So hopefully, he's able to fix whatever issues we have. And offensively, if Hurts doesn't turn the ball over, 35-40 is very, very, very easy to, in my opinion, score every week with all that talent on that side of the ball as well.
AJ Brown's a top 5 receiver. I can
stop disrespecting him, bro. Like
no,
not you.
I'm just talking about the league. I'm
all
like
the media outlets.
I agree.
He's like, and nobody's like top 10 sometimes.
I think
what's wrong with you?
Arguably be top 3.
Yeah, he's incredible.
I could argue top 3. A lot of people won't agree. But, like, bro, no matter who's up against him, he's doing damage.
Bro, you know Tyreek Hill hit 22 miles per hour last week, and then they recorded the speed of A.J. Brown, and it was like 21.2. I didn't think he was that fast.
Yeah.
That's only 1 mile per hour slower than Tyreek.
I put it like this. When I saw him running against foot for foot, right, against the cornerbacks, Jair Alexander of Green Bay,
I thought he was
like,
he's
going to get even if he doesn't, like, close the gap immediately, he's going to grab his leg.
Eventually.
He just never caught him.
Yeah.
And then that's a big man to try to... And then on the ball, bro, there's so many things I can argue for him as a receiver. As a teammate, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
But as a player, to me, I could argue top 3. Yeah. But it was a good game. Yeah. Then we have the next game is Pittsburgh versus Atlanta. Pittsburgh won 18 to Atlanta's 10.
6 field goals won by. That's how Pittsburgh won the game. T.J. Watt, early Defensive Player of the Year candidate already.
Is that what I called? Did I call that?
Okay. What you called. Yeah, he's
the best.
He's the best.
In the past couple of years, he's been the best.
The way that he absolutely controlled that game from start to finish. He got called for a neutral zone infraction that was actually fixed the next day by like the NFL, whatever it is that they do. But they said that it was a clear mistake. His jumps are just that insane that it looked like he jumped off sides, but he could have had 3 forced fumbles and 2 recoveries, but instead he only had 2 and 1.
To have that IQ and be that physically dominant is unheard of. It's just really tough. So I think that I've always been an advocate of Justin Fields, but he did not look good. I'm not gonna lie to you. I will give him credit that it's his first game with that team, but he didn't look great. Kirk really didn't look great. You might see some Penix before you know it. Yeah. I know you don't like your guy over there. You can't do worse. Yeah, anyway, the next game was Arizona versus Buffalo. Buffalo won 34. Arizona's 28.
Josh Allen, to me, man, I think, and we're going to talk because we're doing this on Friday, so we've already seen 2 games of the Bills.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, to me, man, he's a top 5 quarterback.
That's what I think.
He is.
And it's easy for me.
His problem is that he's kind of like Brett Favre, where he just like throws the ball in the air. And
we finally agree on something. Yeah.
But Josh Allen is a dog. Like he's him. Like he's an absolute playmaker. Even more so than I believe Jalen Hurts. I think his.
But I think he has the arm to allow him to do more.
Like Josh Allen on Philly. Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, that'd be stupid.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be dumb.
But yeah, I think
the
Cardinals were down, or the Cardinals were up, I believe, 2 touchdowns. It was looking pretty bad for the Bills at first. And Josh Allen, what I say about James Cook?
Yeah, you called it.
Telling you, James Cook is going to be.
I wasn't too impressed. I thought he was good at Georgia, but I thought he was like, oh, he's nice.
He's going to be good this year.
71 yards.
The rookie Keon Coleman. I mean, it's only 51 yards, but hey, first game.
Yeah.
I just think the Bills, they're off to a good start, and everybody else in their division is not.
And I'm an OU fan, but I'm really questioning Kyler Murray's leadership skills, bro. Like, I'm starting to hear too much about him, and I'm starting to be like, bro, you got to leave that little man shit at the house, bro. Leave that shit in the cupboard, because I saw Harrison Jr. wide open. Like, and I get it. You miss things, but his interview doesn't make me feel confident as a Cardinals fan if I was one, which I'm not. Trash. I would be
his job to
it's not his job,
stupid.
bro. That is your job to find the open man and go downfield, right? It's not even about him as a rookie or a celebrity. It's about him as a player who's wide open. Yeah. His hand was he's a number 1 receiver in the draft, and he's wide open. First of all, that says a lot about you if defenses are like, he's not even looking his way. Let's not even double him. Let's not even cover him over the top. For them to forget that, abandon that, and just attack everything else says a lot. But it is what it is.
And Marvin Harrison Jr., in my opinion, is going to be great.
I think he's great.
He has all the tools to be absolutely incredible.
He's the best wide receiver, honestly, in my opinion,
in the draft.
I've seen in a long. I don't know anybody I've seen out of college
better than Jason Jefferson.
Oh yeah, hell yes. Because guess what? He's faster than Justin Jefferson. He's taller than Justin Jefferson. So it's like, and he has hands, and he runs great routes, right? So if you do everything Justin Jefferson does, but you're faster and taller, like that's like his dad. His dad was 6 foot, runs amazing routes, arguably one of the best route runners in the league and in the history of the league, and your son is 4 inches taller than you,
bro. That's crazy. Yeah,
stop it.
You're right.
But I think Chase is better anyway at LSU. But Jefferson was phenomenal.
To Kyler Murray's defense, he is 4'7". Anyway, continue.
That's hilarious. All right, Tennessee versus Chicago. Chicago won 24 to Tennessee 17. Let them have it.
Caleb Williams ain't do shit all game.
Nothing.
I don't know why he even sat there and took credit after the game.
I hated him yelling after like, yeah. I was like, all right, are you?
Stupid.
Stop it, bro.
Yeah.
'Cause you and your paint-nails like that.
He painted his nails that said the Bears. It should have been like the fuck because that was absolutely horrible.
That's hilarious.
Because
That's
what
hilarious.
the fuck was that? That was horrible.
And I would give him credit. It's his first game.
Yeah, it's his first game.
But I think like I said, it's not about the results. It's about the reaction.
Yeah.
You know, if you're like, and he did say, I want to do better. I get that, but bro, big up your team. Like, bro, I play like trash. You know what I mean? But his first game, I'm gonna get better, and I kind of heard that. But it's the body language. He seems very entitled to me.
Yeah.
He just seems like a very entitled, phenomenal athlete.
I mean, Christ says mama, so you already know that's entitled.
Bruh, are they going to rally behind that? That's the question. It's not the talent ever with him. He's phenomenal. Good arm. I saw him slinging that thing. I was like, oh man, that boy still got that. But it's the mentality. You know what I mean? Like, are they going to want their leader crying and whining, and how's his body language going to be after he has a bad game?
Yeah.
Are you going to be poised like Jalen, right? Or are you going to sulk and throw tantrums and I don't know. But that defense looked good though.
It did.
And Will looked trash. Like Will, he was killing me.
Yeah, I do think the Titans gave the game away more than the
sure.
Bears won for sure. So
yeah, next game we got New England versus Cincinnati. New England won 16 to Cincinnati's 10.
What do they call Joey Burrow?
Joey Cool.
Joe Burr.
Joe Cool.
Joe broke ass offense, bro. What's going on over there? Damn.
Facts.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Go ahead.
So, okay, I saw something this morning. Not sure how much to look into that. But the ligament that he hurt in his wrist, apparently it's a bigger deal than what people are saying it is. I don't want to think that Joe Burrow is past his prime because I feel like he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Right.
But if that really is an issue, because they're just not moving the ball. They're not converting on third down. They're not, like, something is just off. And when you have an offense like T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, like, yo, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Then you're playing the New England Patriots. Like, they're going to be in rebuilding mode for the next 25 years. That sounds familiar. Anyway, but
Word.
but I just think that there was no excuse for the Patriots to win this game. Like, bro, that something's off in Cincinnati. Yeah, I was hype on them last week about being a team to like be able to bounce back and have a good year, but that's the wrong way to start.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't have a running game. Like, they had 44 yards on the ground with Zach Moss. They only targeted Jamar Chase 6 times, which I don't know what to think of that. I don't know if that was a joke thing. I don't know if that was a coach thing. But I think that was a problem that I thought was gonna happen without him getting his contract. I think there's gonna be some issues in the locker room. So
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
That can have a lot to do with it too. Maybe just like there's a lot of like BS going on in the locker room with the whole Chase contract situation. So who knows?
Next game, Houston versus Indianapolis. Houston won 29 to Indianapolis is 27. It's closer than I thought.
This is a divisional game, so I mean it's not a surprise, but to me it is a surprise because I thought that Houston was just that much better than the Colts.
Me too.
I want to apologize to Anthony Richardson. I think he has more playmaking abilities than I gave him credit for, and his arm is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Nah, that one touchdown was insane.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, I don't think he's great by any means, but I feel like he's the best option for the Colts. Is what I'm really trying to say.
Oh, it's definitely right.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm not giving him that much credit. Let's like chill out for a second. But he's the best quarterback for the Colts. I feel like with Shane Steichen, he's gonna fit in nicer because he reminds me of like a young Jalen Hurts, I would say, with better arm talent. So Colts showed a lot of promise. I feel like maybe the Texans, first game, so let's give them some grace. First game having all the pieces together. Diggs didn't play great, but he had 2 touchdowns when it mattered the most. Yeah, I think the Texans are going to be a force to be reckoned with.
I agree. I think they're a top team. It's first game jitters for everybody, so I don't really take too much off of what they did or put too much on what anybody does first week. But I'm still thinking Anthony Richards is the bust. He was my pick last year, and I don't know who my pick was this year. I don't know who it was, but we'll figure that out. Jacksonville versus Miami. Miami won 20 to Jacksonville 17.
Yeah, this is another game where Jacksonville lost the game as opposed to the Dolphins winning it. They had control of the whole game, and then, I forgot what happened. I don't know if it was a Trevor Lawrence mistake or they went for it on a bad fourth down, but they essentially gave the game away to Miami, but it should have been Jacksonville.
Yeah, Lawrence has media hate repellent. I don't know why he gets more passes than Wilt got asses, but
He should have said magic.
Yeah. No, I didn't say sick. I said
Wow.
yeah, I don't know why no one's going in on him. I don't understand it. Because he's had talent.
I know. I feel like it's just like something about him is very traditional quarterback-esque.
You think it's his skin color?
Who knows, bro? I don't know.
Because I will say it like this: Bryce Young got torched by the media.
That's another story. Jesus.
But by the media, right?
Yeah.
But he didn't have anybody to throw to,
Yeah.
and he had talent, and he's been in the league for what? How many years? Right? 2, 3, right?
Trevor Lawrence been in it for. I think he's already like on 5.
Right, and where's the? Is he gonna get it done? Everybody's just like, I won't say nothing. You won't say nothing. Just keep doing your thing. You got commercials and stuff, man. Get in the film room, bro. Figure some stuff out because y'all haven't done jack. Last year you looked decent, but I don't know. Anyway. Tyreek Hill's still the best receiver in the league to me. I'm only productive. I think that Jefferson may be a better receiver. He's a better player at the receiver position because he's so dynamic.
Yeah.
And it's arguable.
Jacksonville couldn't lock up Tyreek like Broward County Sheriff could.
Apparently they couldn't either. Somebody's on desk duty because he didn't know how to follow protocol. Carolina versus New Orleans. Whoa. New Orleans spanked that ass, baby. 47 to Carolina's 10.
I want to be cautious because I don't know if it's great New Orleans or just god awful Carolina.
I know.
Scoring 47 points nonetheless in the NFL is nothing easy.
Right.
It doesn't matter who you do it against.
Right.
So I guess New Orleans, in the NFC South, they have a chance. But yeah, Carolina's a bad team, man. Absolutely bad team. So not much to say there.
All right, you got next with Minnesota versus New York. Minnesota 28. The Giants, New York Giants, by the way, 6.
Fun fact.
Yeah, I was about to say it. I got one too. Is it the same one?
Saquon Barkley 3 touchdowns in Week 1. The New York Giants 0.
I got another fun fact. Since Daniel Jones signed his contract, he's thrown more pick sixes than touchdowns.
Oh, wait, what?
That's a fact.
Oh my god.
He's thrown more pick sixes than he's thrown for touchdowns.
Oh my god.
Why did you give him that contract? To me, it's not as bad as Dak's contract because I'm upset, but I don't know why you would pay him. Why? Why did you draft him out of Duke first and foremost? I was like, who is this? Why did you do that?
Duke is a basketball school.
Why would you do that? I don't know who came.
And he was a top 10 pick.
Top 10. First round. I'm like, yo, why would you do that? Yeah. New York is just the Giants are gianting. So I don't know why you would do that. And then you gave him a contract extension over Barkley. Good job. So yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Donald looked good.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It is what it is. Vegas versus the Chargers. The Chargers won 22. The Vegas is 10.
Jim Harbaugh, man, I'm telling you, Jim Harbaugh, he's an absolutely incredible coach. The Chargers look good. I don't have anything bad to say about them. Defensively, they look good. J.K. Dobbins, if he doesn't get hurt, he's top 15 to me.
Yeah.
So.
There's another running back that the Cowboys wanted. I wanted the Cowboys to get, but you know what? Whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about, Jerry. So neither him, Jacobs, Henry, none of them were on the list. So Let's go get Zeke at 83. So, next game, Denver versus Seattle. Ooh, Seattle won 26 to Denver's 20.
This is another one of those good games. Yeah, Bo Nix looked pretty good.
Did he? I felt like he looked like a rookie.
Yeah, he made a couple mistakes, but I mean, to lose a game by 6 points, tells you a lot too. Seattle, yeah, I think Geno's just an excellent game manager, man. He's not gonna make too many mistakes.
He's a baller. Yeah.
He's absolutely competitive. Yeah. But yeah, Seattle's gonna be a team to be reckoned with.
Dallas at Cleveland. Dallas wins 33 to Cleveland 17.
Start popping the champagne bottles, Dallas. We here. September football, baby.
You're really amused with yourself, aren't you?
just like he said that he might have overestimated the Green Bay Packers, we definitely overestimated the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, we did.
Because they played like shit.
Oh, just like their colors.
Yeah, I do believe that the Browns defense is not being justified because they just could not get off the field. And when a defense can't get off the field, that's like absolute that kind of field day for the offense on the other side. Deshaun Watson, get your massage membership back.
Yeah, I think you should get more massages because
that was probably the poorest quarterback play I've seen from a quarterback in a long time. There's a lot of shitty quarterbacks. Yeah. So
did you see him when one of the offensive linemen were on the ground and he went to go pick him up? The lineman knocked his hand away. Yeah. I was like, bruh, I don't know what's going on, but you need to figure it out. Yeah. The team is because I think the defense is solid on paper. So I'm trying to figure out what it is. Yeah. I don't know what's missing. You didn't have Chubb, so that's another thing. But just the quarterback play alone was just... Yeah. And offensively, I don't think that we looked... Defensively...
No, yeah, credit to the Cowboys defense.
Yo,
it's going to be stout again.
I underestimated that. Because I anticipated us going 7-10, looking at our record. I don't know. Because I thought our defense was solid, but I thought that we didn't have a run game. But we didn't even really have to use our run game. I think who was the leading rusher for that game? Ford that game.
That one was only 44.
At 44 yards. We didn't really have to do anything. So I think Dak looked solid. He didn't piss me off, so I'm not mad at that. CD looked solid. 61 yards receiving. Dak threw for 179. So nothing impressive about the offense, but nothing bad. But defensively, I'm impressed. The only thing that I'm worried about is depth. So we haven't even gotten Bland back. That's my thing. Once we get Bland back, Diggs, y'all gonna stop disrespecting Diggs. Okay, first game back, interception. Stop playing. I don't know why he's not on top 10 cornerback list. I really don't understand it. He had 11 interceptions. He's had years where he had 6 interceptions before or after that. And then he comes back first game and he gets an interception. He has 4 fumbles. He tackles. I don't understand it. I really don't. We finally got a defensive coordinator who put safeties over the top so he's not getting burned. I just don't understand it. But that's a whole other topic.
Yeah.
Next game, Washington versus Tampa Bay. Tampa Baker was in attendance and he made sure he let him have it. 37 Tampa Bay to Washington's 20.
Yeah, something about Baker Mayfield in the last 2 seasons has really impressed me. He's playing like a number 1 pick right now.
Yeah.
His connection with Mike Evans, my God, is absurd right now.
Hall of Famer to me.
The touchdown pass that he had to Mike Evans couldn't have been placed any better. I mean, that was just absolutely absurd. So the Bucs are better than we thought they were going to be. Again, in the South, that's a weak division. It can be anybody but the Panthers, but the Saints, the Bucs, and the Falcons. Well, I will see about the Falcons now because they got a tough stretch. They're 0-1, and now they're at Philly and then home versus Kansas City. So they're probably going to start 0-3.
Good luck.
But yeah, Tampa and New Orleans, that's going to be a shootout between them two, and yeah, it should be interesting. Washington, it's the first game. I don't want to put too much hate on Jaden Daniels, even though he's my bust. That was our bust.
Yep. That was.
But I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt that it's just week 1, so we'll see.
Yeah, 184 yards isn't bad first week.
17 for 24 is it's not horrible.
It's not horrible. 17 for 24 is not horrible. So it is what it is. I think that I don't know. I'm not a fan of him. I don't think he wanted the Heisman. I don't think he's going to be great here, but it depends on who they put around him. They got to get him a good run game. Los Angeles Rams versus Detroit. That was a good game.
It was a good game, and my freaking fantasy is ruined because Puka got hurt.
Bruh. I was like, not the first. Maybe teams should start playing their players in preseason. Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe I just think. I don't know.
This was a great matchup. A very, very fun game to watch. I felt like the Rams defense did a really good job. I felt like St. Brown was a non-factor the whole game.
Yeah. He hasn't even gotten incorporated.
Nope.
But when he does, I think that could be dangerous.
But like I said, the Rams offense with Puka Nacua, and what I say about Cooper Kupp.
Oh yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, Cooper's that guy.
He's a 12 to 14 reception guy per game, and like he's getting like 20 targets. I'm telling you, he's like a fantasy like king.
Yeah.
Now would that have been like minimized with Puka in there? It didn't feel like it. Like
I feel like it would be lowered, but it's not going to be significant, huge.
I just feel like the connection with Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp is still there. That's why.
100%.
That's why I felt like he was still going to be the first option. But
100%.
Of course, now with Puka not playing for at least the next 4 games, because they're saying it could be like 4 to 8, which would suck for my fantasy. But
yeah, it would.
Cooper Kupp looks spry. He looks healthy, and yeah.
Detroit won that game, by the way, in overtime. The Monday night game, New York Jets versus San Francisco. San Francisco won 32 to the Jets 19.
As an Eagles fan, this is a team I didn't want to see look that great. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm really not gonna lie to you. This is a team that they're just complete on both sides, man. They're a ridiculous defense, hard to stop offense. I mean, man, they look good. Again, week 1, tough matchup. It's a different conference matchup. You got Aaron Rodgers coming off a torn Achilles. I thought that one drive they looked really good when they scored.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was like, here we go.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, shout out is due, and a shout out is due, and respect is due, and respect is due. And San Francisco looks like a top team again. Can't hate. They are who they are.
I think San Francisco is the best team in the NFC. I think, honestly, just there's no holes in their game. For you to do what you did, Jordan Mason, who was undrafted, I believe, by the way, had 147 yards.
It was like Christian McCaffrey wasn't even gone.
And you don't even have Christian McCaffrey, who's better than them. And not only that, they didn't even have what's the guy? Pearsall, the other guy?
The guy that
from Florida, the receiver. He's a slot guy. So you put Brandon Ayuk, you have Debo, and then you have him in the slot. That could be a dangerous game. And then Kittle, too. He's kind of good, So I think that it could be a very dangerous game for them. I think they did well. I think they handled business. They look like the veteran team. New York, it bothers me on so many different levels because I think that they never got the ground game established, and you kept forcing it to Brees, and you didn't let Aaron cook. But that's what got them to score. I just don't understand. Or you don't let, and I get it, first game, you don't want to do too much. You don't want to put too much on his back. But they didn't look good offensively or defensively. They had spurts, but.
Yeah, what I keep hearing is the Jets have talent, but their coaching is trash.
That's what it looked like.
And I think that makes sense.
The head coach, I like the head coach.
You like Saleh?
I do. I think that he gets a defense ready and he gets them good. But when you go up, it's like the Browns. When you go up against a team and you're always on the field, it's one thing. But when you go up against a team and you're always on the field against a physical team, like the Eagles or like the 49ers, when you got a Deebo Samuel, a Trent Williams, a Christian McCaffrey, a Kittle, those are like physical dudes who are going to beat you up all game. By the third, fourth quarter, you're like, bruh, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So I think that played a big part in what was going on. So
week 2.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go straight into week 2. You got anything to say about the Eagles? Week 1, how do you feel about it?
No, yeah, like I said, I feel like it was important for us to get out of week 1 with a win, especially how last year ended. Despite the mistakes that were caused, I like the poise that we kept, that we were able to come back 3 times, and to come out with a win. Hopefully, is good for the team confidence and team morale. But yeah, I think it was super important to win that game to avoid that funk from last year.
Record prediction.
Well,
I know it's early. I'm gonna do it the first 3 weeks.
I think realistically, at the worst, 11-6 like last year, and that's only because I feel like defensively they have to show me more.
Okay.
Ceiling, if the defense can hold opponents to under 25 and we're scoring 35-40, ceiling can be, looking at our schedule, 13-4, I think.
Okay. Dallas Cowboys. My record of last week, I predicted 7-10. They showed me a little bit more on defense this week, so I'm gonna jump it up to 9-8.
It's doing that for you in reverse psychology.
I'm telling you, I truly believe this. I truly believe this.
Dallas is not that bad, fans. For you horrible, nauseating, disgusting Dallas Cowboys fans, it's not that bad, but it will get bad. It's just not that bad.
It depends on how the offense look, because we don't have Ferguson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How long is he out for?
I don't know. A couple weeks. I don't know. We don't have Bland, which is okay. We got the rookie. But the defense looks good. But that could be because Watson was, he was on.
What's good about the NFC East, our schedule's pretty favorable. I feel like we have the 6th and 7th easiest schedule this year. So, I mean, outside of like teams like the Ravens that we play, there really isn't too many other dogs on our schedule. So,
yeah.
Except they got to play San Francisco again during the season.
Yep, might as well. You know what I mean? I go to the best. You got to beat the best to be the best. All right, we're gonna go Thursday night. We already saw that game last night. That was Buffalo against Miami. Buffalo won 31 to Miami's 10. We're not gonna go through the.
We could just do a recap next week.
Yeah, we'll do a recap next week. So the next game, we're gonna go straight New Orleans versus Dallas at Dallas.
I want to give New Orleans more of a chance because of how they played in Week 1, and they're a dome team, so they're playing in a dome. But I still expect the Cowboys to win by at least 10 points.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I think Dallas is going to win that game. I don't think they're going to be a pushover like I thought when I first saw the schedule. I said the Aints. Oh yeah, we got that. Duh.
Yeah.
But 47 points last week is enough to make me be like, this may not be as easy as I thought.
I mean, it's worth mentioning that the line is absolutely not giving the Saints no shot. To be a 6-point favorite is a lot in the NFL. So yeah.
All right, next game, Tampa Bay at Detroit.
That's going to be a solid game. This is a rematch from the divisional round, I believe, last year. I'm inclined to take Tampa Bay.
Yeah, you love your boy Tampa Baker, huh?
Baker.
Which he impressed me too.
Let's go Detroit, though.
Yeah, I'm going Detroit. I just think they got some grit right now. Yeah. Indianapolis at Green Bay.
I haven't seen enough from Malik Willis, who's going to be starting the next few games for the Packers. So I'm going to go with the Colts.
Yeah, I'm going. You're going with the Colts over Green Bay?
I mean, Malik Willis hasn't done enough for me to like. There hasn't been a big enough a sample size on Malik Willis for me to like believe that he can lead a team.
That's what I'm saying. But you said.
Wait. I mean the Colts. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I'm thinking. I'm sorry. I forgot. He was on. Was he? He
was on Tennessee.
Right. I'm thinking he is. You're right. Man. Ooh.
I don't know how Malik Willis is able to move the ball down the field like Jordan Love. I could be wrong, but for the Packers' sake, like, they better hope, because if they go, let's say Jordan Love is out the next, they say 3 weeks, but if they're smart, they're gonna hold him out at least 5 to 6. So let's say the next 5 games they go 1-4, they're in trouble. They're in trouble.
I'm gonna go Green Bay just on a limb. Simply because I hope that Jacobs has a better week and that defense is stout. So, next game, New York Jets versus Tennessee.
This game is probably better than I think, too. Ooh.
I know.
I'm going to go, you know what? I'm going to go Tennessee Titans.
Oh, man. I wanted to go Tennessee because that defense looked pretty good last week. I'm going to go Jets. I just feel like they need to get some stuff out of their system first week. San Francisco versus Minnesota. What?
This is the game they lost last year, though.
But
but
can't
no,
see it.
I'm gonna go with San Francisco.
It's hard for me to see it. I like Sam Darnold for what he did, but that's not San Francisco.
Yeah.
Seattle versus New England at New England.
Seattle win this game. No, Seattle win this game. Seattle's not playing as bad as the Bengals right now.
Yeah, true. I'm gonna go Seattle. I'm gonna go Seattle. You know, New York Giants at Washington. Ooh.
I'm gonna go Washington.
I'm gonna go Washington too. Daniel Jones is so basura. What is wrong, bro?
I got no faith in
none.
And Jim Carrey with pads.
None. The Chargers at Carolina.
Chargers.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna hesitate. Cleveland Browns at Jacksonville. Watson, get up out of there.
Yeah.
Vegas at Baltimore.
Baltimore.
It's a lot of like cakewalks out here.
Decisive games.
Rams at Arizona.
Not having Puka can be a problem, but and again, it's a divisional game, and Arizona's always a good team at home as well. But let's trust Stafford and Cooper Kupp. I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Man, I want to say Arizona, but I just don't have it in me, man. I'm going with Los Angeles because they surprised me last week against Detroit. Mm-hmm. Pittsburgh at Denver. Well, I'll go.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I'm gonna go Pittsburgh because of the defense, and maybe this is my hope. I'm hoping that the offense gets better play from the quarterback from Fields.
So this is why I paused. Is Russell Wilson gonna start this week?
They already said that.
They already said it? Okay. Well, then I'm picking Denver then.
Okay. Hey, she's like, all right, Cincinnati Bengals versus Kansas City. What are we doing?
Okay, this game
on
paper should be the best game of the week, right? Because especially for the last 3 years, they've been going at it insanely for it's been an incredible battle for the last 3 years back and forth. But Cincinnati's just not good right now, so I think Kansas City by quite a margin actually. So Kansas City.
I'm going to go with Kansas City easily. I just don't think that. They got to figure out that Jamar Chase thing. They got to be figured out. I know. That's what I just told them. Chicago at Houston.
I love this matchup.
I do too.
Caleb Williams against C.J. Stroud. I think it's going to be a great measuring stick for the Bears right now.
Yeah.
See what the kid got going up against Stroud is in his third year? Second?
Yeah,
I think second year.
Yeah, second. Yeah, him and Bryce Young. Yeah, second.
So this should be a good game. Should be a fun and entertaining game for us on Sunday night.
I think that who'd you pick? My bad. Who'd you pick?
Oh, I'm picking Houston.
Easily. I think that the defenses are going to go at each other, but I don't think that the Bears. I'm surprised at that's a whole nother thing. For Caleb to not do well with those weapons, can you imagine what Justin Fields had to deal with? He didn't have DJ Moore or Allen or Odunze. You know, hey, now that's what I just said. Not today. So I'm just gonna say it's gonna be interesting to see how he bounced back his second week from Caleb Williams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you gonna do what are you gonna do? You know, you doing the dub? Is that a superstitious thing that he paints his fingernails, or is it just a preference?
But we gotta be careful because we can't.
I'm
get canceled.
I'm canceled for what? I can't talk about it. I can't ask what is it. Like, you know what I mean? If he had orange hair, I'd say something about that. I don't care what you do. I'm just wondering.
I just really don't identify with bullshit.
Yeah, I feel like to me the bigger issue is like the attention seeking. That's how I feel. I feel like you can't be a quarterback and you want all this glitz. You couldn't be. It's hard. I don't think you could be prime time as a quarterback. I love him as a defender, but when you're all about me, and this and that, must be the money, then it's gonna be a problem because your teammates gonna rally around it. Like, yeah. Because I think that Vic used to kind of be like that a little bit, and he didn't go anywhere. But all right, our Monday night game, she's about to blow, so we gotta make sure we get this quick. All right, Atlanta at Philly.
Yeah, so I'm picking the Eagles to win, but how we win is super important. We cannot keep going, winning by 4 points, 5 points, 3 points, and just like squeaking by wins. We can't keep doing that. We did that all last year. Eagles have, we said the whole year the Eagles haven't played a great game yet. The Eagles haven't played a complete game yet. We said that over and over again. So what I'm saying is, the Eagles this week have to win in convincing fashion. It has to be a complete game, all 4 quarters, defense and offense. It has to be a blowout. I'm calling a blowout, and hopefully I'm right. We have to win in convincing fashion. It's been a long time since we've had a really complete and dominant game like that. And if we're going to be considered, and with the likes of, like San Francisco and Houston and even Dallas, even though he doesn't want to say that, we have to show a dominant game. And that's what I'm calling.
I think Philly's probably the 3rd best team in the NFC, arguably with Detroit being the 2nd because of their success last year.
Yeah.
I'm calling Philadelphia gets 3 turnovers on the defense next game. But the big reason why I would want to watch it is because it's Bijan against Barkley. Like, you know what I mean? You get 2 premier running backs who are strong as oxes going at the defenses. Word. Sorry, she's hungry, guys. All right, so I'm going to choose Philadelphia over them in a convincing fashion. But, yeah, it's going to be a good week, man. I appreciate y'all for joining in with us. You got anything to send us home with? Or
like, comment, share, subscribe. We appreciate the 20 views with no advertisement in week 1.
Could have been 19, but you understand? We're coming out, and we coming for you. Like Tay said, what's Booker T. Washington? You remember that?
Yeah.
ESPN, we're coming for you. Hey, I appreciate
what
y'all.
What did he just say?
I appreciate it, man. Hey, like you said, man, like, share, subscribe. We'll see y'all next week. Crow and Oso out.
Peace.